November is here and it's almost turkey-lurkey time, and what better way to relax after a tryptophan-induced coma than by watching Netflix. I'm Max Scoville, and here is what's new to Netflix for November 2018 in the good old US of A. As always, we'll have the full list at the end of the video, but first, a few choice selections. November 1st is mashing up to be a good time with Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Spielberg's classic UFO film, which also features one of the most iconic scenes involving potatoes.
This means something. It's important.
Get the whole family to gather around and watch From Dusk Till Dawn, Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino's classic film about a group of misfits trying not to become dinner for a den of vampires. Then again, you might not want to watch that Salma Hayek dance number with your mom in the room. Some other spooky fare that would have made more sense before Halloween are Bram Stoker's Dracula and Scary Movies 2 and 3.
I'm just screwing with you.
Right on schedule, Netflix. I can't wait to see what Christmas favorites you guys add in January. If you want to see some martial artists in peak physical condition pulling off beautifully choreographed fight scenes, Jet Li's Fearless will definitely make you feel worse about that third helping of stuffing.
The first female president of the United States is not going to keep her mouth shut.
Anyway, on November 2nd, House of Cards returns for its 6th and final season, and while plenty of folks will be tuning in to see Claire Underwood become the first female president, the really exciting thing about this season is how it handles Kevin Spacey's abrupt departure following numerous allegations of him being a pervy scumbag. Also dropping on the 2nd is The Other Side of the Wind, a little piece of cinematic history. Netflix paid to have the late Orson Welles' famously unfinished final film assembled from over 100 hours of footage he shot in the late 70s before he died in 1985. The history of this movie is fascinating, so even if it falls short of being the Citizen Kane of Netflix originals, it's still very cool that it's being released this many years later.
Jake is just making it up as he goes along.
On November 12th, Greenroom will be available, which is one of 2016's coolest and most gruesome indie flicks, featuring a punk band being terrorized by an utterly frightening neo-Nazi leader played by Sir Patrick Stewart. This is from the same director as the Netflix original Hold the Dark, which premiered back in September. If you want something a little more cheery and fun for all ages, Season 1 of the brand new animated series Shira and the Princesses of Power premieres on the 16th, and even if you're a big manly He-Man, it might be worth checking out. Finally, if you're in the mood for food, Season 1 of The Final Table looks a bit like an international version of Top Chef, and that premieres on November 20th, just in time to get your appetite worked up for America's #1 eating festival, Thanksgiving. Those are just a few things that jumped out at us. Here's the full list. We'll be back in a month to tell you what's coming in December, and maybe I'll wear a Santa Claus hat. In the meantime, you guys can watch Deuce Bigalow, European Gigolo.